ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Monday. A strong push to make sloop sailing the national sport of the country is now being considered. The Prime Minister of the Bahamas, Dr. the Honorable Hubert Minnis, made the announcement on Sunday evening after witnessing a successful regatta held in honor of Sir Dewitt Seawolf Knowles, who will be celebrating his 100th birthday in a couple of days.
I'm surprised the amount of young people now involved in sailing. So that in itself shows that sailing continues to evolve and continues to grow. Of course, you know, already it's been introduced within the schools. And cricket today is our national sport. But how many, you know, let's face facts. How many of us know about cricket? You know, cricket is a dying sport within the Bahamas. It's a sport within the Caribbean, but we must look for one that is truly ours. And so Derwent, you know, an Olympian, has set us on the world stage, and sailing still to be one of the most recognized sports today. So it will become the national sports of the Bahamas.
Minister with responsibility for sloop sailing in the country, Renwood Wells, is ready to make it happen.
I take my cue from my Prime Minister. My Prime Minister says it will. And as you know, the predictions that he makes comes to fruition. So my Prime Minister says it will, and I know that it will.
The best of the best in Bahamian sloop sailing were out in full force this weekend, sailing in the Sir Dewitt 100th Regatta. The event was a joint effort by the National Family Island Regatta, the Bahamas Sailing Association, and the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources with responsibility for regattas. Even though some sloops had challenges, the skippers said they'll do it again.
Lady Jonas, we had a share of our problems, but I think overall we came out third overall.
We didn't even expect all of the boats to come out that came out, especially in the C class.
On the starting line, people like Richard and Damien, Grant and Stewart, they look like they're out for me because they always running into me on the starting line and doing various stuff like that to me, so I can't get a clear start. But once I get a clear start, things will be back together. I'm not anchoring close to those guys anymore.
The damp on it was the weather. Yesterday we had the beach was crowded, and then the rain ran everybody away, and then later on in the afternoon quite a bit of people still came back, changed their clothes. I got wet up also, and I changed my clothes when I came back.
Sir Dewitt Seawolf Knowles will celebrate his 100th birthday on November 2nd. He is the oldest surviving Olympian in the world and the country's first Olympian. Sir Dewitt, along with Cecil Cook, won the gold medal at the 1964 Tokyo Olympic Games. The regatta on the weekend is just one of the many celebrations planned, as the Bahamas Olympic Committee is preparing to honor him as well.
Sir Dewitt, like Sir Allington, like the past executive, made a magnificent contribution to the Olympic movement and to sports in general. And I can assure you that the Bahamas Olympic Committee will recognize, we have already recognized Sir Dewitt, we will recognize him on his 100th birthday, and we'll recognize all of those, particularly Sir Allington, Butler, and the rest of the executive, who all would have made a contribution to the development of the Olympic movement here in the Bahamas.
Alcott Forbes pitched a near-perfect game to lead the CNS Hitmen to their first national title. The Hitmen shut out the BTC Blazers out of Freeport, Grand Bahama 7-0 on Sunday. Forbes' no-hitter and 10 strikeouts was the highlight of the Bahamas Softball Federation's National Round Robin Championships.
You know, we was very resolute in our approach with respect to trying to win a national title, and we did it today, man. The team is very excited. You know, we worked very hard all year to accomplish what we accomplished today, and we say thanks be to God. Like I say, I put in a lot of work all year just for this day. And like I say, words can't explain the way I feel right now.
Head coach for the Blazers, Anthony Cooper, was pleased to have his team in the championship round. He congratulated his players for their efforts, especially since the sport wasn't played on a consistent basis in Grand Bahama.
We just needed to get the interest back the way it was. You know, we had a lot of teams that didn't participate this year, but hopefully next year we'll have some more teams come in.
Would you say the same as a young and an experienced one?
I wouldn't say so much inexperienced, pretty much a young team. But this team that's standing behind me right here, this is the future of softball you see right here. The average age on this team, 15 to 25, with the exception of maybe 3 or 4 guys that has a lot more experience. But this right here behind me is the future of softball.
A perfect end to a season that started out very shaky. The Sunshine Auto Wildcats added the Bahamas Softball Federation's National Round Robin Championships title to their collection on Sunday evening. The team came back and defeated the Abaco Groceries Diamond Dolls 11-3.
I couldn't ask for a better way to end my career in softball. We fought from behind. We know that we could beat this team, and I was kind of relaxed, but still kind of concerned because I pulled my quads. But I know I had to push this one for the Wildcats, for a sponsor, and definitely for myself, and that's what we did. Everybody was pulling up. I was wondering what was going on, but I know in myself I was going to push it no matter what, because the Wildcat wanted this win, and we wanted it bad, and we pulled through at the end. You know, we just took our time. I tell them, team, everybody's hurting, so let's just go and do this, and that is what we did.
The University of the Bahamas Mingos scoring their first win on the season. The team hosted Florida College on the weekend and split the two-game series. The Mingos won game 1 106-97 and fell in game 2 83-71. Justin Smith was the top scorer for the Mingos, netting 28 points. Chipping in with 20 points and 8 rebounds was Kemsey Silvitri, and Ramon Dames added 19 points and 9 rebounds. Well, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Kelsey Johnson.